All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the Sessions with Sarah and Alamy Ballard podcast.
How y'all doing?
Right now. It's our debut, and we are so excited that we have Deux Moi joining us as our first guest together. How you doing? How you doing, girl?
I'm so honored to be your first guest. Thank you. I'm doing good.
Yeah.
We're honored. Thank you for sharing space and sharing time with us. It's really a big deal. So we thank you.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so nice. You're so welcome anytime. I've been talking to Sarah for so long.
I know.
Probably like 2 years.
I know.
You've been
pandemic time.
So of course. I'm happy to support.
Thank you so much. That's what's great about you. I was actually just talking to a casting director yesterday, and it was for the Vanderpump. She's doing that guest, she's having her guests over to France, and they were talking about how awesome you were, because I said you were coming on my podcast today, so they love you. So we were talking about how this is our maiden voyage, and we're thinking of changing our podcast name. So Alamy had a question for you.
Okay, as opposed to what the pulse on, what's current on what people like what kind of name should we come up? It was Dr. Sarah with Alamy Ballard, but that's kind of feels a little bit like maybe it's too direct, right? Too straightforward. Is it something with more pizzazz that you could recommend that would kind of stand out there, on the podcast world?
So what are you guys going to be talking about every week?
Well, it will depend. We like our celebrity gossip. We like having celebrities. Next week we have Maureen Hancock, the best medium. Oh, it's crazy what she can come up with. We have her next week. So we're talking to the movers and shakers in the world.
Okay, so how about making it about your relationship? Are you guys besties? Are you what's the deal with your relationship with each other? Maybe friends or a doctor and an actor. I don't know. It's Friday.
It'll come to you later.
Yeah, I'm giving the most dumb answer right now. My brain is fried. But do you know what I mean? Make it about your relationship with each other, because first of all, I want to know, how do you guys know each other?
Oh God, this is funny. Go ahead. Do you want me to say?
I think you're best. It started on Twitter, right?
I think so. Okay, so back years ago, I was on a TV show, and with that app, it was a sexual activity calendar app, but the Boston Dirty Water Media wanted me to be the next Dr. Ruth. So, I would have, it must have been Twitter, and you came on as a guest in the sack with Dr. Sarah.
In the sack, yeah. It was sexual. I'm the guy, so I'm trying to stay away from all sexual references so I don't get labeled. But I think it was, it was in the sack with Dr. Sarah.
But later was changed to one-on-one with Dr. Sarah. So, you were a guest several times, and we've just become good friends over the years doing that. So
maybe we could be called the Rack, random acts of commentary with
Oh, I love that. Did you just make that up?
Yeah, you did.
That's genius. That's genius. Random acts of commentary.
Random acts of commentary, the Rack with Dr. Sarah and Alamy.
You literally just made that up on the spot, because that's actually genius.
You think so? You guys, you always worry about over subjectivity. This is a real political. I'm older, so everything wasn't so sensitive.
I know.
But right now, everything you say, you got to run it through a motherfucking, cancellation filter to make sure you don't step over that line. It's there, So I like the Rack, but I'm I don't want to be who came up with that name? The guy came up with that name, right? And I did, but I'm just trying to, I threw it out there.
No, I didn't even think. Are you trying to make it seem like people might think it's about a woman's chest area? Because that didn't even come into my mind until you did. I didn't even think the guy made it up. Okay.
All right. You can blame me. You were in the sack, and now you're in the Rack.
Now we're in the Rack. But I'm thinking medieval torture, right? That could be it. stretching out.
No,
the
I
truth.
love it. I love what it stands for. I love random acts of commentary. I love it because you could talk about whatever you want. You're not pinpointed to talk about the same thing every week. That's really you didn't even need my help. You guys did not need my help. That's it. That's your name.
Okay.
That's your name.
You're the super glue, though. The idea comes, you hear it, and it's like, boom, okay?
Throw it out there. Yeah.
I love it.
So, we have our new name, thanks to you and the genius next door. We want to talk about what have you been up to, us filling Almy in about your book, and he did have some questions for you about that.
Oh my god, I love talking about my book.
Okay, we're going to talk about your book. So, did you read it, Almy? I'm just kidding.
This is our virgin stop. I need you to be nice, okay? Because I'll start biting again, and then HR.
This is why I don't know how it works.
It'll be grand opening, grand closing. If you start messing around with me, you're gonna fuck around. You're gonna find out. All right, just the ground. You know what's gonna happen.
Oh my god, so funny.
Fuck around.
It's okay. It's totally fine if you didn't read it. I love you either way. I can tell you what it's about. So basically, I like to say that it's like a veiled memoir because it is fiction. There are characters, but the characters are based on real life people, including myself. There's the main character is based on myself and based on my journey with creating my account. And sort of like what was going on behind the scenes while I was posting, because all anyone saw, like when the account first started, was like, the things I would post. But what was going on the other side of the phone to me was more interesting than the stuff I was actually posting. And that's really what the book is about in a nutshell. But it is fiction, but it's heavily based on things that have happened to me, but like a couple of totally made up stories peppered in to make it a little more juicy,
to protect the guilty. I'm sorry.
Exactly. There's a lot of, and it's about celebrities. I shouldn't say it's not just about me. It's about celebrities. And if you followed my account from day one, from March of 2020, there are a lot of references to celebrity scandals and things that have happened, that you might recognize. So, yeah.
Were they about Almy? Did you get any tips?
There might be a blind item.
Are not on the internet, okay? They are.
Not on the internet. Yes, you are.
They are.
That's a lie.
I have a question. And without it sounding too rudimentary, like, what's your villain or your hero origin story? Like, how does this come about? Yeah. And if you don't mind, maybe you've answered that question 1,000 times, but I'm always interested in, how did you start it? What happened that made you go, I'm gonna push play on this idea?
Yeah. So, I mean, really, that's what the book is about. But, just to give you a little teaser about the book, it starts literally with how the account started. Okay. It's not exactly, 100% what happened because it did happen during COVID, and we did not want to include COVID in the book because, people kind of want to move past
Get away from it. Yeah, absolutely.
So what happened in real life was that it was COVID. I had a full-time job. I had a career in the fashion industry for many, many years. Everyone in New York City, that's where I live, was ordered to stay home for what we thought was 2 weeks. But then it turned into 2 weeks. And then it turned into months. Yeah. So, after about a week, I started to panic, and I'm sure everyone did. Like, what's going to happen? What's our future? And what's going to happen to our jobs? Like, people were getting laid off really, really pretty immediately.
It was scary. Yeah.
Yeah. It was really scary how quickly the job market declined right after things shut down. And I needed a distraction. I was like, I'm going to literally go crazy. Like, I don't know what to do. So I had this old account Deux Moi. It was an old account from 2013. It had about 35,000 followers because it was a lifestyle account with fashion and lifestyle because, like I said, I worked in fashion. And I just posted to whoever was following at the time something that said, hey guys, if you've ever encountered any celebrities, send in your stories and I'll post them for us all to read. And that's literally how it started. Like, people were at home just like me. They saw my post and the floodgates opened. And that's literally how it started.
Isn't that so cool?
That's so phenomenal. Just like an idea comes into your mind out of necessity to, like, you have this energy, this panic that we were all feeling. It's so easy to forget, that's how Club Quarantine started, right?
Yeah. Right.
It started like this guy, of course, in legendary DJ D Nice, but he's in his apartment, like, trying to figure out how to hit that heart moving, how to get the joy in your heart. But as the panic is setting in, we were wondering if if we all make a run on the bank on our ATMs, like, what's going to happen? I remember the panic, and then that release of this guy just playing a 24-hour set, from his apartment in New York City. I think that's where he was, just helped us. And I mean, it's gone on to become something really beautiful. I mean, just like Deux Moi. So that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think that, it was almost like more panic, not even for, the current, but the future. Like, if this is what's happening, like, how is that going to affect, my life, like, 6 months from now? If everyone's laid off and nobody's hiring, like, I won't even be able to find a job. Right. So once I started to see the account gaining momentum and, the press approached me, probably because there wasn't a lot going on back then, because everything was shut down and they were looking for new things to write about. So I received a lot of attention from the press very early on. The New York Times contacted me probably like 4 or 5 months into creating the account, as we know it today. So I saw this, attention, and I thought, like, maybe I can make this into a business. And that's what happened 3 years later. And I quit my job that I had in fashion.
Yay!
Okay.
Yeah, this is what I do full time, and I love it. I work for myself. Like, it doesn't get any better than that.
It's awesome. No.
Boss, CEO. Okay, I know Sarah has some questions. I had a question, but I'll hold my question.
Okay. How did you know? You felt it? I do. What did that, like, I'm just like, when the rack goes crazy, like, I cannot wait for that day. Like, what was it like when you started to see all the following build and started getting attention? Like, what was that feeling like? I just can't even imagine.
It was really, really scary. And like, I don't mean to keep plugging my book, but if you
plug away,
if you read the book, or if you have read the book, there is definitely like an undertone of panic. Because I was panicking a lot of the time, because first of all, I didn't know if what I was reposting and posting was legal. Because a lot of the things in the beginning were very salacious. Yeah. I had to make my account private. So my account was private. I saw the numbers, start to rise, and I was like, ooh. Once I hit a certain point, I scaled back the things that I was posting about. I made a conscious decision to, have a little bit of morality in what I was posting about, because the audience was growing, and that's just not who I am as a person. It started out like really the feeling of me gossiping with like a group of my close friends on the internet. And then as the more people started to join, I was like, ooh, this is like getting bigger. You want to make sure you focus it up a bit, right? Yeah. So I scaled back, and it's, some people criticize it today. Like, I just had a segment about celebrities on airplanes, and a lot of the submissions were like, I saw that. I sat next to Jude Law, and he, watched movies and was so nice. And some people are like, this is so boring, but it's like, some people like it. Some people like the mundane, and that's really the stuff that I went with after the account started to grow, just to be safe legally. I didn't want to get in any sort of legal entanglements with celebrities. I didn't want to receive any cease and desist. And I haven't, because I've tried to be really, really smart about it. And I also don't, some of the things that you see on other accounts, or even in the mainstream media, sometimes it's just mean. It's like, and I I don't think that that's necessary. I don't think you need to talk about pop culture and talk about celebrities and be mean. I think that it can be fun.
That's what you're right in the area that I wanted to ask a question, if you don't mind. Like, what do people find that are attracted to what you do, to your site? And you kind of answered it, is that you keep it, if I'm hearing you right, you keep it a bit positive, not tearing people love this, that tear you down porn, right?
Mm-hmm.
The beat you up porn, the insult you porn. So it seems like you just stay away from that, by providing, insight, or providing things you didn't know, and people are attracted to that.
Yes, exactly. You nailed it. I mean, I don't post about plastic surgery. I don't, do side by sides. Now, that's not to say I'd never have. I'm just saying, like, today, like now I don't. Although I will say I will post about male celebrities who have been suspected of getting plastic surgery. And that's only because I feel like females have been scrutinized by the media for so long. Like, let's give men a chance,
You got to get back on that. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know what I mean? Brad Pitt looks great, but he got a facelift. Do you know what I mean? Like, let the world know.
Do you really? Because he looks so good. And
that's what I heard.
Yeah.
But it's like we don't ever talk about that. But we could scrutinize the Kardashians' bodies from head to toe. And why is that okay? It's like so. I mean, I do sound a little hypocritical in saying that. But I don't know. Maybe
it's okay.
Maybe it's feminist. I don't know. Yeah. So, but I do try to stay away from things like that for the most part. And there's just certain topics I won't touch, and that's like, celebrities' sexuality if they haven't spoken about it themselves. Lately there's been a lot of celebrities that have had some medical issues. I really try not to talk about that. And I'm speaking about Jamie Foxx and Madonna specifically. Yeah. People want to know what I've heard. And like, of course I've heard. Of course people are messaging me about it. But I just don't feel that it's appropriate to post about that. And I saw that Daily Mail had a article about Madonna, I think allegedly overdosing and having to get Narcan. And I don't know, like, is that our business? I don't think it is.
I know people that know Jamie Foxx. I've only met him once or twice, like on a press line, years ago. So I don't know him personally, but I know people. I know comedians, right? They're a fraternity. They know each other. So I reached out when I first heard. I don't know him, but I appreciate him. I think he does great work. I think he has a great presence in the world. I mean, he's not on Page 6, smacking reporters around. Like, Jamie Foxx is pretty well loved,
Yes, that's true. I was just going to say that. Like, part of what I hear about celebrities is honestly, like I said, the mundane things. But at the end of the day, you could kind of, by putting all that information together, you can kind of get a sense of what a celebrity is like. Someone I've never met. And so I'm totally agreeing with you about Jamie Foxx. I've never heard a bad thing about him. No. People have always had super nice things to say about him. He's always been really gracious with fans. And to me, like, I'm a fan, so I appreciate that when celebrities are nice to fans. Yeah,
and the people I know that know him were just like, Ali, we'll know when we know. And I kind of read into that there was just going to be a hush on it,
they're not talking about it.
I stopped asking people that I know him personally. They were just like, Ali, we'll know when we know. And I was like, I felt his tribe was so respectful about just surrounding him with a bit of privacy at this moment. Yeah. I stopped asking any questions, and I'll know that when they make an announcement, then we'll know something. And I love that.
Yeah, and I think actually the press is being respectful of his situation, like whatever it is. That's why I was shocked to see the headline about Madonna. I was honestly like really, really shocked. But things like that, like I just feel like aren't necessary to gossip about. But, at the same time, like people still want the quote unquote gossip. So, I will post about infidelities. I will post about
come get it.
Cheating. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like I have to post about something juicy, right? So it's like those things I will post about.
I love those. I love the juicy.
Listen, like every not to say like everyone cheats, but at the end of the day, they're not breaking a law. They're not, you know what I
Right.
mean? They're just, you know, giving into their human.
They didn't rob an old lady for her social security check. You know what I'm saying? That's a felony. Like, that's like,
Right. So on the spectrum of celebrity gossip, I feel like that's the least, you know, that's the most low stakes, but people still get mad about it. You know, you're talking about people's families, you're making assumptions, but it's like, well, then I talk about nothing. Then we talk about nothing. You know,
we talk about Jude Law eating on the plane.
Exactly. Then every day it's about, you know, what a celeb does on a plane. So yeah, it's hard. It's not easy. Nobody gives you a playbook for this stuff. Nobody trains you for how to run a celebrity social media account.
There's no apprenticeship for this, right? There's no guild for what you do.
No, there isn't. So it's all just like your own instincts and your own judgment calls. And I haven't always been right. I've made wrong calls a ton of times, but you learn, you know?
Mm-hmm. Right.
So that's all you could do.
That's all you can do. Now, is a TV show still greenlit?
Well, it's on. So HBO Max, which is now Max, bought the rights to my book, and they were turning into a 1-hour drama series, but everything's on hold because of the strike. So,
that's right. That's right.
So
Hi.
I joined Sarah's podcast.
I'm talking to you kind of people. I'm bored. New Zealand right now on set somewhere.
Yeah, he was. We were just talking about that.
Are you allowed to talk about this? Was it on hold because of the strike?
Sarah, am I allowed to tell her? We need to be asking her questions. She's doing her thing on me, and I don't know. I feel like she's taking control of our podcast.
I love it. I don't have to talk as much, and we all know I never shut up. So this is really so interesting to be like. I'm just listening.
Back in. Hold on. No.
Okay, put that. Gleaming.
All right. Tell us about Michael Rubin and his white party.
Oh yeah, we want to talk about that.
Oh, you know, I heard the party.
I'm so excited about it. Woo!
Yeah, the party was really boring this year. People told me.
Yeah, it looked boring. Can I be honest? Like just the way they're all like. It looks like everybody was looking for the paparazzis to just see them outside, which I thought was. It just looked boring to me. You had Tom Brady there. He's boring.
Yeah, you know, somebody said that it's like.
Why are we bagging on Tom Brady? What did he do? Okay, never mind. I digress.
He didn't do anything. I've just met him several times. And so I think it might have been under one of your posts, I think, that somebody's like, he's so boring. And I'm like, that is so true. Just from personal experience.
Somebody said that it's like really like a networking event. And that made sense to me. Yeah.
Do you think they got paid? Like they were saying, like Beyonce may have gotten $1 million just to show up.
What? I didn't hear that. But that's crazy. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true because Jay-Z, part of the invitation for the party was they sent everyone a bottle of Jay-Z's, I guess, like champagne or whatever with the invitation. Okay. So to me, that made it like more like a co-branded event. So I don't know if she would get paid on top of that. I don't know. Right. Maybe she did. I have no idea. That's wild though, if that's true.
Mm-hmm. You might have to look into that one. Look at tip drop right here.
Okay. And I have an old man question, you know, like, you know, and this is no shade whatsoever. But who is Michael Rubin? You know, I'm 50, so like I'm aging out a certain amount of hip.
I had to Google him. I did.
No, yeah. It's so funny because he has this party every year and people still don't know who he is. And he obviously has the party to like get his name out there. He is a very wealthy businessman. He started Fanatics, which is a sports memorabilia company. Mm-hmm. I think that's the name. And it is. He's just involved in a lot of different businesses. So that's why he's plugged in to a lot of the sports figures. I don't know where the music comes into it because I know like there's always a lot of musical people that are at his parties, like Jay-Z and Beyonce included. I know Meek Mill is there every year. I know Travis Scott. So I don't know where the music connection is.
I thought of Rick Rubin. Is that Rick Rubin's son? But I don't know if Rick Rubin. Rick Rubin is an OG. He could get everyone in the world because he's he's one of the founders.
He's an icon. Yes, he's an icon. Yeah,
okay, but that's not his.
No relation.
No relation. No relation. No, no. But yeah, he's just a wealthy businessman.
Well, I was on Instagram and I saw the slow mo walking. I was like, oh my god, they were
I know.
Michael Rubin's party. I was like, okay, who the fuck is Michael Rubin?
It's
It's so true.
I thought it was
I think a lot of people
Calvin's
think that.
party. I was like, I know Calvin Harris, Diplo. I'm like, I don't know. So anyway, I was, I'll Google some more.
You're learning. You're learning.
Yeah.
I'm growing.
You're learning and growing with this. Yes, this is wonderful. You know what? I was surprised though, Alex Earl being there, the TikTok star.
Well, I know she was there with her publicist, so it was obviously a business move for her. Yeah, just to be seen amongst that ilk of celebrities, I think is a big deal for someone like her. Just as far as like getting street cred for like being there. So good for her. Good for her. Yeah. Good for her publicist to get her the invite. I hear it's really hard to get invited.
Yeah, I mean, she's just popping off left and right. I see every time. I don't follow her, but scrolling, and she's always there.
Yeah. Wait. Do you not know who she is, Ollie?
Yeah,
you know what? What's your real name? Because you were acting like doctors. Y'all are stepping right into my
sorry, Bob.
Right into my grill. You know I don't know who she is. Okay, you know that. You're asking
Well,
me.
it just came to me. It came to me. I'm sorry. We went off sheet.
Why y'all doing the old black man this way? Why y'all doing this? I don't know.
Oh God!
All right, but you wanted to know about Britney Spears, so I'll let you go.
Yeah. Okay. So tell me about this. All right. Why is Britney Spears pushing that young man? Why she push that 7-footer like that? Why she do that?
Well, I don't. I don't really think she pushed him. I think she approached him, tapped him on the shoulder, or grabbed his shoulder. She was speaking in a British accent, which Britney, she does that from time to time. She speaks in a British accent. Yeah. Fun fact is her maternal grandmother was British.
Okay.
Oh,
so I know this is sounds like such weird reasoning, but I think that's why she enjoys talking in a British accent. She's done it for years. She did it a lot around the time of her very public breakdown in 2017. She was speaking in a British accent to paparazzi. So people often equate that to her going through a breakdown. Which
some people have different stress or everyone responds differently. So
right. So she tapped him on the shoulder, grabbed him on the shoulder, spoke in a British accent. They didn't recognize her, and the rest, I think, has been reported. He the security guard pushed her or whatever. I feel sorry for her. I mean, that's
I do too.
What an embarrassing thing to have go public.
I know, and she's pressing charges. It sounded like earlier today. So yeah.
She should. I mean, he shouldn't put his hands on anyone.
No matter who she was, it shouldn't have been handled that way.
I haven't seen anything. I don't. If somebody touches you, what are your rights? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not
right,
touched, right?
Right.
So
yes.
If I walk up to a woman and I touch her, hey, let me talk to you. I mean, immediately she's in her authority to be like, okay, so don't ever touch me. Right, we can start right there. So, but I didn't see anything, and I don't know anything. But I hope it just gets. Sometimes things happen, and people just kind of understand that it's awkward, it's odd, it's bad, and I don't know either of them, mind you. But I hope that resolves itself in a sweet way. If that's do something for PR, just donate to a charity together.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
look at you. You're having all the good ideas today. That's a great idea.
You were showing up today.
I got 2 kids. You know what I mean? They're like, I want y'all to talk it out. Like, Dad, we're gonna fight. Don't fight, kids. Don't fight. Hypocritical.
I you have a shot in the background. It's fine. It's fine. So the other thing that I am curious about, and everybody really going to move from Twitter to Threads? Because I've started out Threads, but it just feels so weird to have another device to go to. Do you know what Threads is, Mister?
I will. Listen, Sarah. I will come through this. I will come through this portal. Don't make me come to golf. I gotta go see my mom next week in New York. Don't make me
jump over. We'll do the podcast live.
You don't want to see me. want to keep this on the internet. Okay. I do know what Threads is. Deux Moi, you can please.
Just making sure.
I know what Threads are. I don't know how to access it, but I know what it is.
Okay, well let's just tell everyone listening that it is the Instagram's version of Twitter, and I do think it is going to be the new Twitter because people are so fed up with Elon Musk and his bullshit rules that he imposes on an app. So yeah, I hope it does. I hope it does beat out Twitter and become the new Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, I don't want to walk down to Elon Musk, but gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, what a.
I know.
He needs a bite, and not a love bite.
No, I have no interest in that Joker, man. As my boys call him. That's a Joker right there.
Yeah, that's such a good call. That's exactly what he is.
Yeah, we call those kind of people that kind of goofy. He's a little goofy. But,
yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
I digress.
We have to tell you how to get on Threads, though. We'll have to get you there. It's very easy.
You have to download the app first.
I will. Well, okay. So it's like I have to download. Okay, so I have to download a separate app from.
Yes, ready to write that down.
Yes, correct.
Take notes. Listen, your cognitive abilities are at A+. Okay, I'm 50, baby girl. I look good, but I'm 50, so my brain is slow.
You can't see this. He's got a pencil and paper, guys.
I got notes here. I got to try to do a good job and impress this young lady.
You are doing a great job.
Okay, all right.
You're going to be on Sunday Spotted.
Okay.
Oh, you bet he will be now if I get a sighting of him for sure.
As a sidebar, my son is trans, right? So my eldest is 18, is trans, and showing how not to do it was important as showing how to do it, and it was the hopes. It was that the dad would grow mentally, that he would grow emotionally, that he would come out of his taught prejudices and bigotry in the sense to understand that this is this boy should be accepted, that he's perfectly made as he is, and in real life, in real world, on real human earth, this happens every day. Young people are born trying to teach their parents that you gotta change some of your ideas about the world, about people.
I love that backstory. I love that you were able to share that.
Yeah,
that's great. No, I love that you were able to share it now about your son and.
Yeah. That was one of my silent hopes. You hope it means something more than just financial success. You hope it's very seldom that you will do something that people will stop you and be like, "Yo, that meant something to me." You're just like. Those are the secret wishes of all artists. Every musician wants to meet somebody that says, your album helped me through my midlife crisis. It helped me during the death of my child. I don't care what they say. That's the moment you live for, because you'd be like, boom, impact.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. So we also need to know, where are the best places to go this summer to do some celebrity sightings where Alamy will be stalking people because he's in LA.
You want LA or do you want New York?
All over.
Okay.
Oh, he's going to New York too. So he's a tramp. He's tramping around.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm from New York. So how about that?
Well, Okay,
Write him down.
I'm writing. Don't talk to me. I'm listening. So let the woman.
Sorry, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm sorry.
That's the forefront, please.
That's okay. The new hot Italian restaurant in New York is Teresi.
Okay.
A lot of celebs are going there, obviously via Carota and Carbone but those are ones that we've known before. And a lot of celebs, they go to private clubs, like Casa Cipriani, the Ned.
How do you get into it if you're just
you need to know someone who's a member.
Yeah, let me get on that.
Can I bite somebody and get in?
I feel like you could probably just sweet talk your way in.
Listen.
That's what I'm thinking.
Just bring me with you, though.
Everyone's got
this girl.
Yeah, I will do. I'll ask somebody. I know people that might know somebody. We'll see. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you
right.
could add zero bond. That's another one too. Zero bond is another celeb hangout, but it's also like you have to be a member. Anywhere in the West Village is like always celeb central.
Okay.
West Village and Soho for as far as New York. And then LA, Sunset Tower
Yeah.
also always has tons of celebs.
Do you go there? Do you go there, buddy? You should start
Me?
going there. Yeah, you.
Yeah, you should start going there.
My day job, no. See, I've crossed the Rubicon. You know what I'm saying? That's a history thing. That's a Rome. But anyhow, I digress. Julius Caesar. So I've crossed the Rubicon on being in hot spots. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Going to college. My whole mind frame, this age group I've joined is a motherfucker. Okay? Take your time getting there. Take your time getting there because you're thinking about school, you're thinking about kids going to college, you're thinking about all these things that are like has nothing to do with being seen. Like,
I need to be seen, but nobody knows who the hell I am.
come on, after the rack airs, come on.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, but if you really want to like mingle with celebs in the summer, you need to go to Europe. Italy specifically,
Really?
I think, is still a hot spot. Yeah, there's always God, it's so crazy. Like, I don't know how my readers do it, but they always see celebs on vacation in Italy. Yeah, it's like so crazy. I'm like, how are you there at the same time, like in Rome, right? Which is a huge city.
Yeah.
How are you there at the same time as a celebrity, an American celebrity? I don't even see celebrities in New York. Like, I'm so oblivious. But you go to Rome and you see Tom Cruise, like, having dinner. It's like so crazy.
No big deal.
I saw Oscar Isaacs in Brooklyn. I saw Oscar Isaacs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
I saw him right on Flatbush, right around the corner from the stadium there, the Barclays Center. He was getting donuts. He was with a child, though, but I did not bother him. But I'm a huge Oscar Isaacs fan.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, people do see him a lot. Brooklyn is probably also another spot that a lot of celebs go out to dinner because there's so many great restaurants in Brooklyn. You just got to know where to go. You just got to know where to go.
No, I've been out there.
He's writing them down.
No,
yeah. I mean,
I laugh, but I'll be calling him later for the names.
Anonymous, please. Right, this is the name of the book. Anonymous, please.
Yes.
Can I ask you, is your book available on Audible? How, if I wanted to listen to your book, be read to, Deux Moi, is that possible?
It sure is. Yeah.
I'm downloading your book on Audible.
Oh my God! Please, if you honestly do, and you listen to it, will you please message me and tell me what you think of it? Because I'd love to hear your feedback.
Okay, so you're going to get a OG black dude, okay, on your book. You know what I'm saying? It's good. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one who's DMing you, okay? But I'm going to download it today, and I'm going to start listening to it because I would love to. Like the time thing, doing all the things around the house, it becomes a challenge. But I'm going to download your book and listen to it on Audible.
Oh my God, I'm so flattered. And it's not my voice. We hired
I was going to ask that.
No, it's not me. We hired voiceover actors to read the audio version of the book. So I've heard it's. Oh my God, this is so bad to admit. I haven't listened to it, but I heard it's really good.
You're running the company. You're right. You can't watch your movies, watch your shows, and run the company.
I didn't listen. It sounds good though, guys. Don't worry.
No, people have told me it's really good. People have told me the audio version is really
You sound good on the book, girl. You sound so good. They got a right actor for you. Okay.
Listen, I did personally pick out the actors who read the parts, so I know what the voices sound like. I'm not totally not involved, but I didn't listen to the final product.
Oh, that's funny though.
One more question. So now that, if you don't mind me asking, now that you quit your day job, I'm sure a while back. Okay. So why are you still anonymous?
Well, that's a good question. So, a lot of people that read the account and a lot of, fandoms, because fandoms are like a big part of you know, the people that I attract because I'm posting about like Taylor Swift and Harry Styles and Lady Gaga and Beyonce, the Beehive. So Rihanna, like, you know, those people.
Yeah.
Those people don't know how to. Those people don't know how to separate me as a person from the account. Like, my name is not Deux Moi, right? I have a name. That's not my name. But I get personally attacked for things that I post, not even things that come out of my mouth and say, because, you know, I try to be like very neutral and I really try not to give my opinion.
Yes.
But they have a really hard time separating the two. And if I come out and say, "Hey, this is who I am," it's going to make it even harder. I don't want it to be I don't want it to be about me. I want it to be about the content, and I want it to be about the community that I've built. So I want to try to remove myself.
Yeah, you don't want to be the face, the celebrity of the brand. You want the brand to be the celeb that people come for.
Exactly. And, you know, it's hard. I mean, it's like I get attacked every day and Deux Moi said this and Deux Moi did that. It's like, no, I didn't say or do any of those things. I'm just posting, you know, I'm reporting what people are telling me. I didn't personally say that. So I need to just like kind of be faceless and nameless and just have the content speak for itself. So that's why.
Okay. Yeah. So is that pressure ever hard for you? Like, what comes because they don't know how to attack you directly, but they attack your brand. They, you know, or people, you know, have feelings, strong feelings, and they share them with you. Has that ever hard for you or your staff to deal with? How does that affect your emotion, if you don't mind me asking?
That's and I actually have a very thick skin. So, like, you know, I don't get upset. I've never, like, cried over it. I mean, people have been really, really, really mean and harsh to me. But it mentally, it's a lot to deal with on your mental health. When you have, like, sometimes hundreds of people coming at you and attacking you, it just takes a toll on your mental health, just in the fact that it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
Not in the fact that it's like I take it to heart or I take it personally or I'm upset. It just, you know, it almost
nature of the volume of that kind of negativity.
Yes. Yeah, it's just overwhelming, and it's like that's how it affects me. But, you know, at the end of the day, I know who I am as a person. My friends and family know who I am as a person. This is a business. You know, I didn't start it as a crazy fan of celebrities. I started it as, like I told you, a normal person who was stuck in their apartment during COVID. You know, I've always liked the entertainment industry, but, you know, I don't know shit compared to what some people know out there. There are people that know so much about movies and movie studios and how the music industry works. That's not me. I never claim to be an expert. In fact, the tagline of the account was always curators of pop culture, not experts of pop culture. So I just was curating the information I was getting. And I think people, you know, have a hard time understanding that as well. But it's all out there. I don't try to hide anything. I don't try to be something I'm not. And that's it. That's all I could do at the end of the day.
Right. And I have to tell you, you were probably one of the nicest people. And everybody I know in the industry always compliments how sweet and nice you are. So there you go.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Of course. There's no reason to be nothing but nice, you know, at the end of the day. Yeah.
Everybody's human. That's what I always say. I'm like, you just have to humanize what's happening. Even like when I have patients, like you have to humanize why they're angry or what it is. I mean, I can't imagine dealing with the Swifties, but other than that.
It gets a lot. It gets a lot. Yeah. I mean, there are some days that I will, you know, have a little puff of the herbal refreshments.
Sort of. Some brown liquor, maybe?
Yeah, to sort of calm my nerves. To calm the nerves, but that's it, you know. Yeah. That's it.
Some herbal relief.
Yeah, exactly.
All natural.
All natural. Yep.
Yeah. Thank you so much. For sharing the space with us. And
we appreciate it.
Oh my God! Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. Good luck to you guys. I feel like you guys have great chemistry, and you know this is going to be something great. So good luck.
We hope so. Thank you. The maiden voice started here with you.
Thank you for being part of the rack on our are amazing.
The rack.
I'm
Thank you.
honored. Thank you guys so much.
All right. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Okay, bye. Bye, guys.
Bye.